We are joined on the phone line now by the head coach of the Lancaster Tigers. It is Coach Chris Gilbert. Coach, congratulations on your big win this past week. I imagine times are good down there in Lancaster.
Hey, Tep, appreciate you having me. Yeah, it's pretty fun right now. You know, it's good to still be alive.
Yeah, exactly. And with a lot of things stacked against you, particularly the weather on Friday night in your game against Terrell was not cooperating. I imagine you're pretty proud the way your kids pushed through what were pretty inclement conditions.
Yeah, it's been pretty tough on us the past two games. The previous week in the area around, we had some wind and a little bit of rain in Tyler, and then we come back this past Friday night with just, very cold and rainy the entire time, not really letting up, and the kids just, they were real mentally tough and handled it well. So we're proud of them.
They certainly look good, and I, of course, many people know, but perhaps some people don't, that Terrell was your old school. You coached there in 09 and 10. Going up against that old your old program, a program that itself has made great strides in the past couple of years. What was that like on Friday night, going up against a program you know so well?
It was strange, and it was cool at the same time. I've known a lot of those kids, since they were in junior high, and then some of the town folk, and saw a lot of the old Booster Club members, and it was just a good time. It was a nice reunion, and it was you have to, someone has to win, someone has to lose, but it was a great evening and seeing some old friends.
We're talking with Chris Gilbert, the head coach of the Lancaster Tigers, here on DCTF Live. Get involved with the conversation at hashtag DCTF Live. Coach, last time you guys went this far, we saw you at a state title game. When you look at this team, maybe compared to that team that made the run to the title game, what kind of similarities do you see?
I think the first thing that jumps out is that they have a tremendous will. They have the senior leadership that just kind of permeates that through the team. We're proud of just that in itself. And not only are they talented, but they're hard-nosed. And we like to think around here that, you're going to have to beat us. And then that's the mentality that the 2012 team had, and this team has the same mentality. And they're hard-working boys. A lot of people always talks about the talent that we have, and that's true. But we really take that in just with a grain of salt because we want to be known as a hard-working team. So that's kind of the MO of this group, and we're proud of them for maintaining that.
I want to take you back to maybe a less fun time, your last loss back in October when you guys dropped 13-0 to Lancaster. Just a real, I don't mind saying it to your face, a bad game for your squad, 61 total yards offense. You give a lot of credit to Summit in that game, but what did you tell your team after that game that has sparked them on to what's been 5 straight wins?
Greg, that was a horrible game.
I was trying to be nice, Coach.
I mean, we just, for lack of a better term, we just did not show up. I mean, we did not play well. We were kind of just sleepwalking out there. And after that game, it was just one of those times that we just had an opportunity to refocus. And we came back to work, and the guys began to work like they did at the beginning of the year. And since that point, we really practiced and prepared with a chip on our shoulder. That was an embarrassment for us, and we really expected to play better than that. We knew Summit was good, and they did a good job on us, but 61 yards is terrible. But we made a bounce back, and we haven't lost since. So we're proud for overcoming that, and that's what football is about. Just overcoming stuff, and so we're happy that we have been better since then.
There's so many different playmakers on your squad we could talk about, be it on the defensive side or the offensive side, but the guy who stands out, I think, to most of us is your quarterback, Ryan Ross. What a remarkable year he's had. What does he bring to your squad? How important is he to your offense?
Well, he brings this, a calm calm leadership. We have so many guys that are so excitable, and he's just very calm. And he's a smart player. He understands coverages. He understands our offense. He understands what people are going to try to do to him. And so he's been dynamic in the fact that, you know, he's allowed us to play a little different than we have in the past. We've been a read option based offense with a running quarterback first and passing second, and now we've kind of changed. We've been trying to become more balanced, and he's able to get, you know, these great playmakers that we have on the perimeter of the ball. Where in the past, you know, we've had, you know, a read option quarterback who probably couldn't get it off to all of the talent that we had available. But, you know, with this quarterback, he's able to spread it around, and that's why you see so many different people contributing week after week, because he really takes what the defense gives him.
When you look back at that team that made a state title run a couple of years ago, the thing that stood out for me was always your defense. And it seems like this defense is kind of cut from that same cloth.
There's no doubt, Greg. I mean, these guys, that's the strength of our team. And we love what they bring to the table. They really are the cornerstone of the mentality of the team. You know, you take a good defense to a ball game, and you know, weather or whatever's going on, and you really have a chance to win, and you're normally in the game. Even the game that you mentioned with Summit, we had a chance all the way to the end of the game to win the game, as bad as the offense was playing, because the defense was playing so well. And so the defense has been definitely a strength, especially up the middle and stopping the run. And that's what we've really focused on, and I think we've been fortunate this year, and they've played well.
We're talking with Chris Gilbert, the head coach of the Lancaster Tigers, here on DCTF Live. Get involved in the conversation, hashtag DCTF Live. Coach, I know you got the athletic period coming up real quick, so we'll let you go after this. Ever since Saturday, when Frisco Lone Star beat Marshall, I know you've been buried in their film. I know you've been charting the X's and O's and figuring out where you're going to attack. Not going to ask you to give away your game plan, but when you look at this Frisco Lone Star team, from the coaching perspective, what do you see?
I see us. I look across there, and I was watching them against Marshall, and actually, my wife asked me. She said, "What do you think about them?" I said, "They look like us. I mean, they're very talented. They're talented at all the skills. They play great technique in the interior. They're strong on both the offense and defensive lines. And the QB is oh my goodness, he's special. He's special. He's probably one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the DFW area. He's a true dual threat, and we'll have our hands full. I think that they will be the best team that we've seen in several weeks. And but like I told my guys, I said, who do you expect to play the 4th round of playoffs? You should expect to play someone of that caliber, and so they are definitely a very good football team.
It's going down 5:30 p.m. Friday at Arlington's AT&T Stadium. Frisco Lone Star will take on those Lancaster Tigers, and the head coach of those Lancaster Tigers is the great Chris Gilbert. Coach, thanks for hopping on with us.
I appreciate it, Tep. Thanks for having me.